Welcome to the Conflict Zone, a channel dedicated to informing about major conflict points around the world.
In this video, we'll be discussing into how Ukraine's feared Dragon drones work and answer one of the most frequently asked questions. Is using these weapons against Putin's invading Russian forces a war crime?
Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to stay updated with all our latest news.
In early September, striking footage emerged showing Ukrainian drones dropping fire on Russian positions in trenches hidden in small wooded areas in Ukraine. These drones, quickly dubbed Dragon drones, gained notoriety for their resemblance to fire-breathing mythical dragons. But what exactly are these drones dropping? How do they work? And the most pressing question is what they're doing a war crime. Let's start with the technical aspects. The fiery substance these drones drop on enemy forces is called thermite. Thermite is an incredibly powerful pyrotechnic compound that can reach temperatures of up to 2,500 degrees Celsius, 4,532 degrees Fahrenheit. Essentially, it's molten iron. What makes thermite so effective as an incendiary weapon is that it can burn through almost any material, including steel. Thermite was discovered by German chemist Hans Goldschmidt in 1893. At the time, he was trying to find a way to produce purer metals without using carbon. However, what he found was even more impactful, a way to quickly bond metals together, which soon attracted the military's attention. Initially, it was used to weld railway tracks, but over time, its military applications became evident. During World War I, thermite was used in incendiary grenades and dropped from airships to set cities like Paris and London ablaze. The Germans, using large airships known as Zeppelins, saw this compound as a way to cause large-scale destruction. Thermite proved devastating, creating enormous fires that were nearly impossible to control. By World War II, the military use of thermite evolved further. Thermite grenades designed to destroy armored vehicles, artillery, and other military equipment became a common weapon. It was also widely used in incendiary bombs, delivering silent and lethal destruction. Because thermite isn't explosive and creates little noise, it was perfect for quietly destroying enemy equipment without alerting nearby troops. Fast forward to the 21st century, and we see thermite being used in modern warfare once again, this time in the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The ongoing conflict has turned into a brutal trench warfare, with Russian and Ukrainian forces digging in across various sectors along a front line stretching over 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles. Trench warfare, a tactic dating back to World War I, remains an effective method of defense. However, forcing entrenched soldiers out of their positions is no easy task, as direct assaults often result in heavy losses for the attacking side. That's where Ukraine found an innovative solution. By using drones equipped with thermite dispensers, Ukrainian forces began launching incendiary strikes on Russian trenches and hideouts. These drones drop thermite directly onto fortified areas, setting off intense fires and destroying anything in their path, including any ammunition stored nearby. This tactic is devastating, removing both enemy troops and the natural cover provided by the trees, forcing Russian soldiers to either flee their positions or face certain death. Now, the question on many people's minds, is using these drones a war crime? The answer isn't straightforward, but according to international conventions, the use of incendiary weapons like thermite is not considered a war crime as long as certain rules are followed. Incendiary weapons cannot be used against civilians, and they are prohibited in densely populated areas or cities. However, using them in areas confirmed to have enemy forces, such as trenches in wooded areas, is allowed under these rules. So based on these laws, Ukraine is acting within its rights by deploying Dragon drones against the Russian forces occupying its territory. Thermite is used with precision to drive out the invaders from their fortified positions, and there is no evidence that it has been used against civilian targets. As long as Russian troops continue to occupy parts of Ukraine, these incendiary drones will remain a deadly and effective tool in the country's defense. The fire from these Dragon drones symbolizes not only resistance, but also Ukraine's determination to fight until the end against Putin's invasion. In the end, this modern technology, combined with traditional warfare tactics, has become one of the most powerful weapons on today's battlefield. Unfortunately, War brings forth some of the most terrifying innovations, and the conflict in Ukraine is no exception. These drones, powered by a century-old weapon, may be deadly, but in the current context, they're also a crucial tool in the fight for freedom and sovereignty.
If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with the latest news. See you in the next video.